My dog's in there chilling. Well, hello, hello, hello. I'm just gonna go in and get started because it's late and I never plan to go live. I don't know when I'm gonna go live. It's if a topic comes up that I feel like talking about really quickly, even if it's only 10 minutes, which this might be only 10 minutes because it's so late, then I would just go in and start talking about it because the live is gonna stay up anyway, and people can just go on and rewatch the live. So I'm gonna get right into it. So I've been seeing like little thumbnails. I haven't watched Basketball Wives in a long time, but I just have not watched reality TV in a long time, honestly. Besides, I still watch the Real Housewives, but I'm kind of growing out of that. I'm gonna tell you something that lets me know these are low vibrational shows. It's below the bandwidth of, if I'm saying it right, I know I still have a lot more to learn when it comes to vibration, but it's below the bandwidth required to be above hell. These shows are from hell. I'm not trying to be funny when I say that. When I say they're like of hell, they are on a lower vibration. And when you're trying to when you're rising up, it's not me that's trying to rise up. It's me allowing the God within to shine more, and my ego gets less and less. So me trying, I'm not trying to do nothing. I'm becoming. So I'm going to start changing my words. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm becoming. Um, I'm getting more into a Christ consciousness. Let me say it like that. Okay. Getting rid of the ego is dying. The ego is dying. And the more I die to my ego, I'm not going to call it my ego. The ego don't belong to me. It belongs to something else. But the more I die to the ego, the less I'm interested. Like I'm wasting money on these streaming platforms. I'm wasting money on all these different platforms because I'm no longer interested. Let me get right into it. So there's thumbnails going on about with Jackie Christie slapping the mess out of her daughter, knocking the mess out of her daughter. Okay. I haven't watched Basketball Wives in a long time because I have outgrown a lot of these shows. Like I say, I would not want to be a producer of a show that is, even if it's not even not brown women, because you have shows with non-brown women, white women, Hispanic women, and Latino women, Asian women, whatever. I don't know about Asian, but or the mainstream media in the United States of America, where they are just ratchet. Okay, they don't have to be brown women, but the mainstream media loves to show brown women in that light, though. The brown women continue to take the money. They can always say no. Same thing I say about the guys when they choose to sell the dope, and they can choose what they want to do. I like to give people a choice because if they don't have a choice, that means that they are a zombie. If you do not have a choice and you can't do nothing, you don't have a choice but to do what somebody else controls you to do, that makes you a zombie. And actually, most people are zombies. That's why so many movies have come out about zombie land, because I mean, I don't know if people realize that this is zombie land. Some people are controlled when they don't know they're controlled. Okay. But being a producer of shows like that, okay, it was a time when I did watch those shows when I was in my late 20s and 30s, early 30s, getting into my 40s and beyond. I don't have interest in those kind of shows no more. And like I said, I'm losing interest in Real Housewives. I'm going to tell you something. I like, lately I've been looking at just different shows, just where people just like ride first class just going on vacation. But I like to see first class. I like to see niceness. Listen, I like to see nice things. I like to see people build tiny houses, but I also like to see first class. I also like to look at mansions. I like both of them. Okay. But I like to look at something that's just more lighthearted. I'm trying to clear out the weight in my heart. Okay, and the last thing I'm going to look at is a bunch of negativity. When I saw Jackie knock the mess out of her daughter, it put me in a vibration of almost wanting to fight. And not because I was mad at Jackie Christie. I wasn't mad at her. Her daughter should not have hit her. That, like, listen, that's a grown woman. Her daughter's a grown woman. I don't know if she's in her 30s or late 20s. At the very least, she's in her late 20s, if not in her 30s. And she went and put her hands on another woman. Jackie Christie had the right to hit her back. I mean, I'm not promoting violence, but somebody hit you, and if you hit somebody and they choose to hit you back, I believe it's their right. But anyway, I don't like the way that makes me feel when I look at things like that. That gets me riled up. I don't like that. That stirs up demons. To me, when I get riled up, that means I'm stirring up demons. I don't like that. See, I'm on a path of trying to release these demons, and I don't want them to attach back on me. Because people keep talking about when is Jesus coming. First of all, Jesus is a frequency. That's like Christ consciousness. It's not a man that's coming back. They talking about parting the clouds. It's talking about getting rid of all the other information that's been fed of us. When I see clouds, I see in a, outside of the physical dimension and into the astral or whatever, I see clouds. Clouds is like a bunch of stuff going on in the consciousness, like a bunch of, other entities, other thought forms. That's what clouds look like to me. It's a bunch of other thought forms. That's what clouds are. And Christ consciousness comes to cut through that. It's not about some man that's coming to, I mean, if people want to see it like that, that's fine. That's not the way it's given to me. I'm going to say it like that. That is not the way it's given to me. Okay. But anyway, to get off of that, I'm going to get off of that. So the title of it is, do TV and movies have to be violent in order to be entertaining? Because I know there's going to be a little bit of drama. I'm okay with a little bit of drama. Even Hallmark has a little bit of drama, like the Hallmark network. Even Hallmark has a little bit of drama. There's going to be a little bit of drama, but it's not going to the point of where it just has to be violence. I don't think violence should not be necessary in order for you to be entertained, because that means you never, when I say you, I'm speaking to really myself. That means you never get to vibrate any higher. And you want to get to a point where you want to get away from that frequency. I was in a patient's room and at a place where I work, and I was just flipping through his little TV, trying to see, what he wanted to see, just asking him what he wanted to see. And I saw so many movies, but a lot of movies was about a lot of violence and murders, trying to solve murders, people going missing. One was called Rain, about the rain and where it's going to be like all kinds of stuff that's going to be in the rain. It's going to be raining down poison on people. And I'm like, all these movies, oh my goodness. And I said, oh my gosh. And then I ended up stopping on a comedy show that was on, I don't know if it was on Bounce. It was on, what's that lady named? Cora, the one that played Cora on the Tyler Perry movies, and her husband. They married in real life, Mr. Brown. The Mans. So it's the Man Network or something like that. I don't know. I think they have their own show or something. And so I just stopped it on that. And it wasn't funny at all. I don't know how these shows make it. It was absolutely not funny. But at least it wasn't a bunch of violence. But he didn't want to see all that stuff either. Like, he didn't want to see, like, nobody wants to constantly see a bunch of people having to die. Is that entertainment? Is that entertainment? Some virus going around is unaliving everybody. Okay, it was on the movies. It's supposed to be entertaining because we see it on the movies, but it comes around in real life and it's like, oh my God, this isn't right. Where it was entertaining on the movies, comes happen in real life. It's not fun now, is it? Life is a movie. Life is a movie. It definitely is a movie. And I mean that. I'm not trying to be, it's a movie. Life is a movie. We're inside of a movie. We're being watched. I've seen myself being watched so many times where I was in the movie screen and I saw people in the audience in the chairs looking at me. I've seen that so many times. Like, I realized I am literally in a movie. But And so when that type of stuff is entertaining to people, then it happens in real life and it's not fair. It's like, oh, this ain't right. Well, no, it was entertaining looking at it on the movie screen. You welcome that stuff into your heart. It's like it's an agreement that you don't realize you agree to. And so then it starts to become reality. Okay, it starts to become reality. Okay. Um, but anyway, I just feel like talking about that really quickly. I don't want to stay on long because it's so late, and I wasn't expecting to get so many people to be watching. You know, because it's so late anyway. I just felt like talking about this really quickly. Um, but anyway, um, that is it, you guys. Yeah, this video of Jackie Christie knocking the mess out of her daughter. I'm looking at a title here, but no, I'm just not into these shows anymore. There's no when you start really dying to the ego and you look at these shows, it's so it starts to become more and more superficial, and it's very hard because there's nothing that I'm interested in less and less and less, and it gets very boring like that. It gets very boring, right? But anyway, but still, I just rather be bored and just read all day than to have to look at this type of stuff. Because but anyway, that is it, and I will talk later. Okay.